Miami, 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 Miami. It feel like Miami.
Welcome to the Miami Heat Beat Postgame Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. And with me today, concluding the Battle of Mid, Part 3, the Heat won. There can only be one mid-champion of the NBA. Nobody is more mid than your Miami Heat. Not only do they dominate that game, they almost blew a 30-point lead because that's what mid does, baby. That's what they do.
Mid champions, three-peat bitches.
The three-peat mid champions. Nobody does this shit like us. Even when players leave the Heat, they dominate the play-in. Look at Jimmy Butler last night. Look at Tyler Herro tonight. We own this shit. June is for the good teams.
Make the
Late
shirts,
April
Riley.
is for us.
Print the shirts, Riley.
Get that. You know they're not giving those at home for any home playoff game. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. With me today, Alphonse Sidney.
What up? Fuck draft beat.
Fuck draft beat. We have Christian Hernandez inexplicably reappearing.
That was so good, Gianni. You're so pissed off. And that was like the best fake hype I've ever seen.
We have Coach Lu.
Heat win.
Where's the beam?
Okay, I lied. That was better.
Light that shit.
Light that shit, Lou. They won. Light that shit. You gotta light. You light the beam. Light the saucy take sign. They won. They fucking won.
You, I tweeted it today. They will be the first 10th seed to make the playoffs.
They're gonna break every play-in record because that's what they do. We have super chats saying total team effort. Watch us get folded by Atlanta. There's no chance. And
No,
also joining us.
As soon as you say that, it's a wrap.
No, there's just no way.
I'm gonna have to tweet that shit out now.
Yeah, I know. You might gotta get ahead of that. And we have Kyle Scarlett.
Yo, I thought you were out here reverse saging the Heat as the lead started to dwindle. I was like,
I considered it. I considered it. I may need some dark energy.
Yo, you know what's funny? I just heard Kyle say "yo," and there were people who had never watched a podcast who were in the chat one time, like, "Oh wow, I didn't know Kyle was black."
Yeah,
Kyle,
yeah,
say "yo" again.
That was a wild one.
There's not a white man on earth that says "yo" like that. That's the blackest "yo" I've ever heard. And I went to Boyd Anderson High School.
I thought you were
You're
gonna
the
say
only
it.
person on here who can say that, though.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say it. You've heard Leif say it.
Yow.
Yo. My dog.
Shout out to Greg Sylvander. We love you.
Oh my God. Roy Block super chatted. Chat say Heat win. Heat win. Alphon voice. I don't know what that means.
Bro, come
voice.
on. Yeah, what is that? Can you spell my name any worse?
Alphon.
Alphon. Like, at least put a Z on the end or something.
I ain't gonna lie,
Holy shit,
that spelling is actually very Haitian of him, right?
Alphon.
Listen, guys, they won today, and I wanted them to lose for a lot of reasons, but Alf, we gotta give them credit. We gotta give them credit. They came out and they absolutely dominated a team that kicked their ass 3 times in the year, that beat them like a week and a half ago. That game was never really a game. That Chicago almost cut it to like 12 or something or 10.
13, I think, was the closest they came in the second half.
They just ripped them to shit. Bam, defensive masterclass. Davion, defensive masterclass. And Tyler Herro didn't miss a shot the first half. Davion didn't miss a shot the whole game. I mean, that's the best they've played in a long time.
I mean, they play like this during a 6-game winning streak, right? Like this.
Yeah, they beat
We've
Boston,
seen a little bit of
yeah.
this. We're seeing a team that's getting healthy. I'm not gonna be over exuberant about this team. Like, we know what this team is, but we knew what this team was also during their 10-game winning streak. They were never that bad. And I've been saying this all year. They ain't great, but they ain't that bad. They ain't even 10th seed bad, right? Like without that, like if they go 5-5 during that 10th game winning streak, they're solidly like in 7th place. Right? This is not a team that is 8 games under 500. So anybody's like, I'm surprised they beat the shit out the Bulls. I really am. Because the Bulls have been a bad matchup for them all year. But this team has shown some resiliency, especially after a 10-game winning streak, coming back with 10-game losing streak, coming back with a 6-game winning streak. To me, the story of the night is Tyler Herro beating some of these allegations, right? Like, this fan base wrote him off like that last Bulls game because he shot a really stupid shot. In my opinion, it was a dumb shot, right? They don't have a chance in that game without Tyler Herro, okay? Like, Tyler Herro was so good for like 95% of that game. So, like, for him to come out and do this, right? Like, after Jimmy, shows out last night, for Tyler to come out tonight, show out like this on a big stage. Like, listen, it is a SoFi playing tournament. Okay, I get it, right? But this was a big stage for Tyler Herro to show out like this, to just be this fucking dominant. Like, for them to not even have a really good offensive game, like after the first half, they were terrible offensively. He carried them offensively, and then you saw the rest of the team lock in like we thought we would see a Bam, Wiggins, and Davion lineup lock in. Like when you bring in Haywood off the bench, like we saw what we expected to see from Ware. What I really liked about this game is we played the guys that all year we've been saying that there is a decent team in this roster. We weren't playing the right guys, right? There was a lot of Terry, a lot of Jaime, but when you play the right group of guys, there is a decent team on this roster. They're not going to go far in the playoffs, I don't think. I don't even know if they're going to win against Atlanta on Friday. But I think what they showed you tonight is that this team is better than a 10th seed.
They're running it back.
Right, if you say so.
Christian, run it back.
I mean, they look great tonight, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've been watching for the last few weeks. I haven't, but I watched tonight. And, like, I got to say, they were decisive. I really appreciate the Bulls just apparently not caring about paint defense. That was cool. Help. Yeah. Nope, that didn't really exist. That was nice. But, look, man, this is going to be fun. I feel like this is the ultimate win-win, like, for the fan base in general. Like, you win a basketball game in Atlanta. You get some free basketball where maybe you see that if the Cavs are frauds, the Cavs might be frauds. You never know. That could be fun. And if they lose, you get an extra pick. Think about that. You get 2 first-rounders. Like, this is excellent. I love it. Like, I'm super excited.
Christian found the positivity in really a mixed night. Because you have Lou on the bottom looking really sad. You have
I'm
Alf,
sorry, Lou.
Pretty happy. Alf and Kyle are pretty happy. I just don't want to work on Easter. That's all I
never knew G loved Jesus this much.
I really don't.
He doesn't.
I like eggs.
G just hates happiness.
I just want to eat food and not have to work.
Man,
I want to spend time with my family and my girlfriend's family. I would like to enjoy my day off, but no, I'm gonna have to. And guess what? Guess what I have to do? I have to fucking start texting Justin Rowan or Bob Schmidt and be like, "Hey, can you record a Heat Cavs preview with me tomorrow or Friday?" That I'm gonna have to record just in case.
Oh no, you have to send a text.
Yeah, bro, I have to work.
Oh my god.
It's just
They won, guys. I don't know.
They won a game.
That's why Trump wants to bring back manufacturing. Because look how fucking soft G is. Anyone at work, anyone to send a text.
Don't even get me started.
Get your ass in a fucking sweatshop, G. Make a fucking iPhone and then cry to me about sending a text. Make a fucking Nike. One. Sorry.
I mean, with these tariffs, I don't know if it's worth it.
I don't want to talk about it, bro. I'm literally about to log off here and go talk to some Chinese people and try to broker some peace.
Christian's at the forefront of diplomacy.
I fucking hate it here, bro.
The leaning shoe's about to go crazy. The market.
Dude, that shit's gonna cost us $800.
Oh my god. It's gonna cost a mortgage just to wear some D Wades.
It's gonna be like a Terry contract.
By the way, did not see a minute of the floor, which I kind of got annoyed by because if you really
Did
don't
they
think
send
he's
his ass
good,
to El Salvador or what?
God willing.
dude, they sent the wrong guy to El Salvador. They should have sent Rozier.
It's a really sad situation. We shouldn't be laughing at it.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying,
gotta
bro.
laugh, bro.
Honestly,
Terry
like, God.
Rozier in an El Salvadorian prison.
President's like, we're not. I mean, the president wouldn't even trade it. That's an untradeable contract. Nobody wants to take back that dead money. Oh my
Don't
God.
call it dead money, bro.
Happy Easter, folks.
The president of El Salvador not wanting to trade for Terry Rozier is nasty work. Oh my God,
that's
that
a
is
prime heat beat joke. We're back, baby.
really.
We're back. We're so back. And listen, he didn't see the floor tonight because he's not very good, which bothers me that we were gaslit for the first 50 games that they were trying to make him a thing.
I don't know. It's crazy how Spo for 82 fucking games, just about right, like whatever, 70 games. He's like, he's pulling shit from everywhere. He's like, guys, I try everything, nothing working, and then today, everything worked because it was exquisite. It was like, ooh, handpicked. Here we got. Oh, we got Burke starting. Bing. We got Davion coming off the bench, number 1. We got Duncan. Terry, I think he's still in Miami, actually. I didn't see
he was there. He was there.
I didn't see him on camera one time. I skipped if he was on there. That's probably why my TV knows. And then Duncan, here you go. Highsmith, here you go. Kyle Anderson, it was the most exquisite fucking coaching. And Spo, for as much shit as he's gotten all season, if he has 2 days to prepare, 3 days to prepare for a single team, he's going to fucking find a way to give your team a fighting chance. And they killed him today. Like, it was not a basketball game at halftime already. The closest it got was 13 at some point, and it still felt like the Bulls just didn't have enough defense. So, Spo.
The one thing, Lou, is I did not expect Miami to control the pace of the game. Chicago, we know, loves to run. And the Heat played that at their pace. And part of that is they hit a bunch of shots. And when you hit shots, you can set your defense. But, man, I mean, the way that they attack Chicago's drop, and I think this is a little bit reminiscent of how Miami used to play the Bucks so well, is they wouldn't just come off the screen and shoot off that space from the drop defender. These guys attack. Like, Tyler is driving into Vucevic. Like, Davion Mitchell was driving into that space. These guys were trying to get to the basket. They were trying to, you give me a cushion, I'm going to take that space, and I'm either going to get to a better pull up for me, or I'm going to get to the rim. And that kind of resulted in they got free throws, they scored, and they set their defense. Chicago, really, it wasn't until that third quarter where Miami's offense decombobulated like always, where Chicago looked like a competent team again. I think that's the game right there.
Who was that addressed to?
I was just a general.
Kind of just left us hanging there.
Yeah,
Kyle, you haven't talked yet.
I'll give it to Kyle.
Kyle, here's a bounce pass.
I mean, to me, the pace was interesting mainly because they actually matched the Bulls' pace tonight in some instances, and they just they were like, "Oh, you guys can run, so can we." And I think what was interesting is seeing we've asked Tyler to play make all season, and he did some of that. I think he had 6 assists. The pass to Ware in fast break, that's easy buckets. He did the same thing for Bam in the second half on that little bounce pass he did. So he didn't play make. He wasn't Steve Nash tonight, but he showed that he can play make, which pisses me off just a little bit because that means he can play make and doesn't do it more. Like, he doesn't make an effort to do it unless he's being asked to do it, which I'm assuming that's likely the case tonight. And also, I think he played well without the ball, which was something. And he did have the ball in his hands quite a bit, but I think they found a way to set him up without the ball and for him to find his shots. And then when he did get the ball, it wasn't 80 dribbles down to 4 seconds. It was, hey, okay, either I have a jumper here or I'm going to get to the basket. And Chicago couldn't hit anything. I mean, Kobe White shot 6 for 20. And I think a lot of that has to do with Davion, a lot to do with Bam. A lot of the shots that they made.
Whoa. You forgot about Duncan standing his ass up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a
And Alec Burks, very, very strong defensive night tonight. And I thought that was interesting that he started, and it definitely paid dividends.
And Haywood, which me and Bon were talking on the timeline, he did this little hook shot, and I was wondering why the Heat don't run him. I'm not saying he should be a primary offensive thing here. I'm just saying as a wrinkle. If you have him on the floor and maybe he's not shooting well, when he drives to the basket, he seems to drive with force. It's either a push shot or it's a little bit of like you don't want him doing a bunch of stuff, but you want a release valve when there's pressure or there's like it's a last minute thing. I think we saw some of that. So it was interesting to see him play defense. He didn't shoot the ball particularly well tonight. I think the play of the game for me, which like I loved the most, was Davion blocking Kobe White. That whole defensive possession was beautiful. I'm sure I heard on the air, it was like, oh, there was a lot of contact. Well, yeah, if you're going to push.
Breen was hating tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's whatever. But I think
scared, bro.
He's done that, like where he's stood up a guy and just played really good defense. And that's just Davion. Like that to me is what you want from your point guard, and you want to make a guy uncomfortable. And we made Josh Giddey uncomfortable. I love it. I love it.
The block to end it is where I was like, holy shit, come on, man. That was, that was like Jimmy-esque, like
Devin Booker?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, Devin Booker. That's what it reminded me of. When he just completely just shut him down. Like
I love that edge that he plays with. And that's something that's infectious.
And then to come off the bench with that kind of defense, I mean, go perfect from the field. At one point he had 7 assists. I don't know what he finished with.
15 and 9.
15 and 9. Come on, bro. Like
on 5 for 5 shooting.
And honestly, the saddest thing is you can't start him. Because if you start him, Spo is going to play Terry.
Not till Nico comes back.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they just don't have ball handling.
If you start him, Spo's going to play Terry. Like, he can't help himself. Like, he has to come off the bench because Spo can't fucking control his urges.
A very odd urge to have, not going to lie.
Listen, did you hear what Lou said? 80% of the season, we played Terry Rozier big minutes. Like, think about that shit. We played I forget the plus minus of like Terry Rozier and Jaime on the floor at the same time. Bad. Their net rating when those two were on the floor, and we played that shit all season long. There's no reason this team should have been in 10th place. Like, I don't know if they could have been 6th because they're not better than Detroit, right? But 7th was right there. 8th was right there. They should have been playing one game to get into the playoffs.
Terry Rozier was 5th in minutes.
5th. And that's with him not playing like the last 2 months.
Hawkes was 7th.
And him not playing the last 2 months. Like, there was so much Terry and Jaime this year.
No, that's why, like, Davion has been such a godsend. Like, Wiggins has been good. Slow-mo he was great today again, like, especially defensively. Like, he's been really, really good off the bench too. But the biggest piece that they've gotten back in this trade has been Davion Mitchell, man. Like the most consistent player.
And the Warriors pick.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like player wise, but obviously the Warriors pick is fucking sensational. But from the player standpoint, like Davion's a lifer. Like you took a swing on a former top 10 pick who's been in another stint. Like Keon Ellis ended up taking his minutes in Sacramento, which is, says something, but whatever. You took a chance on him. Then he goes to Toronto. They draft a point guard. Like he's available. You bring him in and he just hand in glove fit with the team. And he's done everything you've asked him. And the most impressive thing to me was when the Chicago Bulls were making a run in that third quarter that the Heat called a timeout, Spo went to Davion right away. And Davion answered. He hit like a little 10-foot floater, came back down, got him a stop, and then came back again. Like he's answered the call in ways that remind me of like the timely baskets, the timely stops, shit that we've been missing ever since Gabe Vincent has left. And I'm not saying he's the same guy, but the time, just the clutch gene, the ability to learn how to read a game.
Like it's it's
Beautiful, man.
it's the good Gabe. Because there was some bad Gabe. There was
no. That's the Gabe that put the stop to things. Not the Gabe
like,
that
good Gabe. Because we had a lot of Lakers. And like when people were surprised how he was playing on the Lakers, I was like, no, we saw Lakers Gabe here all the time.
It just didn't show up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
it was a regular season Gabe.
No, but I like it's just to reiterate again, like they just have enough guys to be very competitive.
Yeah.
And it just and that's without playing Pella tonight, who I was Pella hurt?
He was good to go, but he's
questionable going in.
Yeah, he's been questionable going in.
So like without Pella, without Jovic, like they have to, they have two more guys that they, out of this 9-man rotation, they got 11 guys they can play, and somehow we managed to play all the ones that were bad.
Yep. Yeah.
And like even tonight, I was like, it's a little too much Burks.
I like Alec Burke, and I
like him too.
I thought, as Christian said, his defense was really, really good.
He had good defensive plays. Overall, he was.
I thought he was a solid defensive player for them today.
It's just too much.
You know what he was? A stop plug. That's all he was tonight.
But it was too much stop plug. You didn't need that much stop plug. It was a little too much.
I mean, I agree with you. Like
just a touch. Like he has a tendency to play slow-mo and Burks a little more than But listen, I'm not gonna like. But like when Burks is playing too much for your team, it's like when the other night I'm watching the Hawks and there was a lot of George Niang. I'm like, I can't take you seriously.
George Niang is gonna go 7 for 9 Friday.
Oh, bro, George Niang is gonna if we lose, it's going to be because of George Niang, not because of Trae Young.
Christian, we need to bet the George Niang over.
No, we don't.
No, you guys talking about plugs and stuff? I don't like where this is going at all.
Those will get more expensive.
I mean, the counter to that is Slow-Mo, who the last time they played Atlanta went straight at George Niang and had a career game.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, the George Niang Slow-Mo battle.
I didn't even know there was a rivalry there.
I'm just picturing somebody in a sex store like, these got more expense.
If it's George Niang versus Slow-Mo on Friday, SoFi is going to pull their sponsorship mid.
I'm not gonna lie, Alf.
They should just let him run ones.
I saw Sam Esfandiari of Warriors, the Warriors pod, tweet out that the only playing games that have ever been good are the ones with Steph and LeBron, and all the other ones have just been ass.
No, we had that good one at the comeback against the Bulls.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
That's like what catapulted us to the finals.
A hater. God, man.
I hate this player, bro. This just sucks.
That's literally an integral part of the lore. They were down, 10 points, 11 points with like 9 minutes left in the fourth or something like that.
Max Strus going crazy. Jesus. Are you even a Heat fan? Like, what is
I don't know.
He wanted them to lose tonight. What kind of a show would we be doing if they lost? A sadder one.
Moose would be on.
I wanted us to play Terry Rozier. I'm not letting
dude. Can we all just collectively enjoy that Moose is not going to sleep until whenever the Heat play next because he's going to be petrified about how good Spo's game plan is going to be.
That's the best part of that's really the best part of today is how sad Moose is going to be.
Yeah.
If they win Friday, it's going to be a shit show for Moose.
I'm rooting for. Honestly, any fucking loser who is fucking rooting for them to lose, I'm more happy. I'm happy for Davion Mitchell deserves this, but I'm more happy that all the fucking tanking fans are miserable. Fuck you guys and all your tanking bullshit. It doesn't fucking work. It's a terrible fucking strategy. Oh, we're gonna get the 11th pick. Who fucking cares? We got the 18th from fucking Warriors. They'll be fine. They'll find another Jovic type. It's okay. We're never going to get a fucking top 3 pick anyway. The back end of the lottery is not a fucking big deal. Oh, we don't get our 12th
You
pick.
can't out-tank the Wizards.
Fucking crying.
No. But the Wizards, you know what's the funny thing? I mean, the Wizards, this isn't a Wizard podcast, but the Wizards actually tried to win games. Like Jordan Poole often throughout the season.
Did you see us? We went 37 and 45. We tried to win games too.
Yeah.
They beat the Nuggets.
We're here.
Wizards beat the Nuggets twice.
That guy's not trying to. Those
You,
people are.
you
not trying to
know
win
the
games.
Heat are so back when my friends who have not watched the Heat all season said Heat in 7 versus Cleveland. They didn't even care about Atlanta. Like I've sat here watching these fucking games, being like, what is going on? Where is this team? Offense? What does that look like? Rim pressure? We don't have that. Shooting? Maybe sometimes. And then today, shit's going well in the first half. Everybody's like, fuck that shit. Heat in 5 against. I'm like, guys, relax.
No, but listen, could you imagine? So a lot of Heat fans checked out months ago, right? And then you check back in tonight, and you're like, oh man, look at this roster.
Damn,
look,
Wiggins.
look, oh my God, they're 9 deep. You know,
Do you know how many degenerate Heat fans are looking at the odds to win the Eastern Conference Finals and getting ready to lose some of their
Oh.
good hard-earned
Ryan
money
Cortez.
betting on that?
Ryan Cortez.
You know, listen, like I mean, the skull dragon that's going to take place against Cleveland, like if they get past it, like dude, like you guys cannot.
There's
will not
no
be,
world where they lose to Atlanta.
bro,
There's
you're
just
crazy.
no.
You are
There's
crazy.
no universe. I'm sorry.
G-
You are crazy.
He is
gotta
trying
be-
to do this reverse jinx.
No,
thing
I swear to
again,
God,
man.
I hand to God, I just do not see a universe where I don't know, Spo loses to that Hawks team. I just don't think they're very good.
Yeah, and you are not counting on George Niang going nuts.
I mean, I've seen what they do to Trae Young. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, if there's
You saw what
anybody
Davey.
that,
Hold on. Do I have to? This is gonna be. He's gonna do this to Trae Young.
I will say, like the last time they played the Hawks, Trae Young got past Davion anytime he wanted to. It was really confusing to me because I'm like, he doesn't have a strength advantage or a speed advantage. Like, what is happening?
they called a lot of early. I mean, he had 4 fouls like halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah,
with Trae. So that I think that was more of like a wanting to stay on the floor kind of thing versus not being able to guard him. But if there's a coach that wakes up in the middle of the night and game plans for Trae Young, it's Eric Spoelstra.
I mean, we've lost a playing game with Jimmy Butler to the Hawks.
I'm sorry. I watched that game. I think if they play that game 1,000 times, that's the only time the Hawks win that game.
Why, you don't think Clint Capella is going to go like 15 for 15 again?
No, I saw
I don't
somebody.
think Clint Capella doesn't play for them anymore.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna
does
say.
play for them. He
is
just
Clint Capella
isn't
even there?
usable.
They
Is Clint
use
Capella? Is
they
Clint
use
Capella still a Hawk?
every other. They use fucking Onyeka. I'll say his first.
Onyeka
Yeah.
Okongwu and
Dominic Barlow over him, Muhammad Gay, like guys that we
Clint
don't even
Capella
know who
is
they
still a
are.
Hawk. He's still a Hawk.
Yeah, I know he is, but he didn't play against the Magic.
No.
We'll see how. I know, like Tyler was fucking sensational today. I expected him to be this good. I mean, I expected him to be
This
good.
good?
Yeah,
I
was about
expected
to
him
say
to be
stop
good.
it, boo.
I expected him to do good today, not this good. Like this was a different tier. Like, but you know, like the matchup was a chef's kiss matchup for him. Like they don't have a single perimeter stopper, and their paint defense is Nikola Vucevic. Like, what are we doing here? Like, be for real. So shout out Tyler though, because he was great.
It's got to be a Bam game. Like Bam
for sure.
I thought Bam. I mean, defensively, a fucking masterpiece. Like
sensational.
Bam defensively, Bam and Davion tonight defensively, fucking amazing, right? But like Bam, like they need more offensively out of Bam against the Hawks. Absolutely. They need Duncan to not have one of the shittiest ends of a third quarter I've ever seen. They're going to need something out of him because they're going to need a score. They're going to need to score more than 109 points. What they were able to do against the Hawks all game long, and the Bulls all game long, they're not going to be able to do against the Hawks. They're not going to be able to hold them to 90 points. They're going to have to score more consistently in the second half. And I think Bam's going to have to make that free throw line jumper. Like he can't brick them all and have them all come up short like he did tonight.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything was short today.
Anything that wasn't in the paint was just not good for him.
He had that 1-3.
He had that 1-3.
That was all.
1 for 5. I mean, his defense again. I mean, the 15 and 20. Wiggins very quiet 20 and 9 game today. Kind of silent killer.
Does he ever make the pass on time?
What do we hold up? Can we? Yeah, can I like just just hate on him a little bit. Does he ever pass the ball? Like as soon as the ball gets to him, I'm like, crash for the rebound. This dude is not gonna pass that shit to nobody. There was at the start of the game that he were getting whatever they wanted in the paint. Bulls call a timeout. First play out. Wiggins gets that shit with 20 seconds.
I saw that.
Takes
that mid-range.
Step back mid-range. I'm talking. He thought he was Kobe. Clank. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, there's just times with Wiggins, like he had a drive, and I was like, has this nigga ever played basketball before? Like, what the fuck is happening?
He does look a little awkward out there sometimes, but it works out a lot, and it's just like, all right.
You guys see like the lob to Bam, which was a great play, but he bobbled it like it's just a regular pickup dribble to a lob, like, and he's just like. Threw it up there. Like, there's just times where Wiggins just looks so awkward. And there's other times where I'm like, yo, Maple Jordan, this motherfucker's nasty. I don't know. It's just, listen, I get why there's so much frustration around him. But, I mean, but you have to say, when Wiggins has been healthy, he's been good.
I mean, the funny thing is, Ware is wide open underneath the basket in the first half. And Wiggins has the ball. And I'm like, somebody swing the ball to him. And I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
But like Jay said too, his defense today, sensational. Like,
yes,
I was digging in on him yesterday.
We all were.
And,
we all
yeah,
were.
like like Giddey's been killing him. And it shouldn't be Bam's responsibility. That shouldn't be Bam's guy. Like,
no, we should have enough. We should
have enough to it's Josh fucking Giddey. Like, what are we doing
with Wiggins, Haywood, and Davion? We should have enough to guard Giddey without putting Bam on him. But I think Richard, I think UD made a really good point at halftime. Spo set the tone. He was like, "Nah, fuck that, Giddey. You're done. Like, I put Bam on you."
And also, like, one of the things I talked about yesterday, like, they switched. As soon as Kelal Ware was out of the game, everything was a switch. They said, you are not driving in on us. Like, you have to beat us. Like, Bam was out on the perimeter at will, and they were like, pass it into Vucevic. I dare you. They were fronting him. They were making life hell. Like, the scheme today from Spo, man. What a scientist that guy is.
And that's like why, like, you look into a game it's Atlanta where you have that guy, and he's just for all the shit we talk about the regular season grind. I don't think there's anybody as good as making adjustments or finding creative solutions than he does, right? And not they're not always.
Why doesn't he do that in fucking February and January? So we're not in the fucking play-in.
That wouldn't be creative if he did them in January, would they?
No, they would. So you wouldn't be a fucking playing team.
No, now we're all like, oh, look at this creative genius in a game that fucking matters. You know what I mean?
Stop this bullshit every fucking season. Like,
you know what's
literally what he is doing right now, the rotation that he's putting in, we have been begging for. We don't know shit. And that's what's been the most frustrating thing about Spo this year. Yes, he's a fucking genius. Yes, he's probably the best coach in the game. But somehow, some fucking way, he didn't realize, don't play Terry Rozier entire fourth quarters. Like, do not play Jaime and Terry. Don't have them be your backup fucking backcourt. Like, I mean, like, it's just fucking insane. Like, we wouldn't be here right now. Like, we could have at least been a 7th seed. Win this fucking game, and now you're on to play in the fucking playoffs. No. What did this motherfucker decided to play one of the most brain dead most brain dead fucking regular seasons I've ever seen in my fucking life. I've never seen a fucking guy take a genius coach fumble a mid roster and make them less than fucking mid. Like, I mean, it's so fucking bad, like the way he coaches regular season. And then you watch him come out, oh, it's the play-in. let me get my shit together. Bro.
You know what's
like, Jimmy doesn't take the regular season seriously. That's why he didn't want to pay him. Then why the fuck we paying Spo? He doesn't take the regular season. He's tinkering. He's tinkering. Stop fucking tinkering, nigga. Terry Rozier is trash.
Alf, didn't you hear Doris, though? Didn't you hear how excited he was about tonight's game? He was so jacked up. He lives for this shit, bro. He wants to be in the play-in, bro. Believe, bro.
Again. I want to enjoy games in fucking December and January.
Doris Burke on live said that he is a sicko. Like completely like, oh well,
She straight up said
tried
that.
to segue it.
Dude, I immediately thought of the meme of the guy outside the window being like, yes.
looking outside the playoffs and trying to get in. That's,
My goodness.
That's what Spo is.
Spo is the epitome of like not caring about your job until I heard performance evaluations are due next week. He's like, oh shit, like it's time. I gotta fucking try. I gotta sit up here and actually pretend.
Spo out here sandbagging. And then so he looks like a genius taking, he took a fucking 9th seed to the fucking finals. No, they didn't have to be a 9th seed. They didn't have to be a 9th seed.
Bro, did you guys see that Kyle Anderson, Khalil Ware pick and roll today that led to a lob? That was some genius shit, my dude.
We're back. It's 2012, man. By the way, Terry Rozier is third in Heat fourth quarter minutes. Barely.
And he hasn't played a fourth quarter in a fucking month.
Tyler Herro barely has more minutes than he does in the fourth quarter.
Who has the most?
Minutes and Tyler played 78 games this year.
Bam is the most.
Or 77.
Tyler has 69 games. Terry Rozier has 57. By the way,
okay, makes sense.
Credit to Tyler Herro. 69 nice games is
he played
insane.
77. That's just the fourth quarter. You're just looking at
that's just the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He played 77 games this year,
which is insane.
Absolutely fucking big time for that guy. Absolutely
more
big
games
time.
than this other guy.
I mean, the other guy doesn't play a lot, but the other guy is a lot better than he is, as we saw last night.
Availability is the best ability.
Yeah, no, you say that, but then I watched.
I'd still rather have Jimmy.
I watched what that guy did to Memphis yesterday. And by the way, he kept calling Curry his Batman. That motherfucker was Batman last night. Curry, get in the fucking passenger seat.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Honestly,
Draymond, get in the back seat.
Y'all saw Steph tell Draymond not to shoot the ball.
That shit was so funny.
Yo, speaking of Draymond,
who hasn't told that to Rozier when he's been out? Somebody needs to tell Wiggins that.
Lou, to your point, did you guys see that stat on Twitter today? Like the worst shooters from every zone?
Yep.
Terry is worse from the corners than Draymond.
You gotta love it.
Kyle, you look surprised.
Be that bad at basketball?
Kyle,
it's basketball.
Kyle, he is the worst shooter in the NBA from the right corner and the left corner.
Is that because he steps back into the corners?
I fucking have no idea.
Why did anybody say, didn't a porn star or something say that he was telling her to bet the unders or something? Like,
Jesus, 20 under 30% is insane.
Look at both corners, bro. The best shot in basketball.
I'm shocked I don't see him more times on this.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if I could shoot that bad from the corner.
What the hell? Why is he shooting under 30%? He's a guard. He's a guard.
I'm shocked that Trae Young is shooting.
How can you? And dude, there's too much going on this chart. Why do I need so many people?
Well, this is everybody who
did this.
I see a lot of Duncan Robinson. Is all I'm saying.
I do.
How can you even tell? Where's Duncan?
Where the fuck is Duncan?
Top of the perimeter.
He's the white guy.
Like straight ahead three.
Yeah, Duncan with a lot of green, and then you see fucking. You know how embarrassing it is to be the worst from both corners.
Oh, because they're putting the best and the worst. That's unnecessary, man. That's too much. Like separate charts.
I love when Chris is on the show.
20% from mid range at the adjacent to the right side of the key there.
I love Christian figuring things out live on the show.
I also got to be honest with you. I see a lot of Jokic, and I see one SGA. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, we're not doing this.
That LeBron?
All right, finish the show.
Not doing this.
All right.
Devin Booker shooting 64%.
If there, dear listeners, if there's ever a player who plays guard, just know G will not like him because he will never be Dwayne Wade.
I love Kyle Lowry. I love Davion Mitchell.
That's not a guard. That's a fucking center in a guard's body.
I love Davion Mitchell. Love me some gold.
Love Desmond Bain.
Yeah, but you know what, G? I'm gonna do this just for you. Do you remember when Kyle scored 33 in the play-in?
And they lost.
Amazing stuff, right?
I missed that was real hoops. That was real hoops. This, not real hoops. Listen, guys.
She loves big booty guards.
Big booty guards.
I love my tortas. What can I say?
Oh God! All right, bro.
So to kind of put a bow on this, I've talked a lot of shit, but I do think that they should be happy with how they played today, and I do think that listen, they have a really good chance against Atlanta. I think that it's a coin flip against those teams. I think Miami will probably be favored, but by the odds, anything can happen in a 1-game sample. Trae Young can better player you, but and it's going to be in Atlanta. Although, as Alf knows, not really a home field advantage for them. So
there's going to be.
Oh, Alf, are you going to go?
No, I'm fucking going.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
Was it the last game Alf
I go to
went
games
to
if I get free tickets. You don't get free tickets for SoFi playing tournaments. That's a hot ticket in this town.
Could you imagine just a 1v1 tournament? It's just I'd be
that
the game. I don't care
did you not see Michael Beasley versus Lance Stevenson with Kyrie Irving commentating?
No, I'm talking about tomorrow. I mean, on Friday, George Niang versus Kyle Anderson, just up to 11, 3 dribbles, fucking run it. Winner plays Cleveland. That's it.
That shit would take.
First off, are you trying to have the NBA have the worst ratings for a playing game?
Why?
Ever? Because the pace of that game is going to be as fast as a Federal Home. It's
But
so
that shit
bad.
on
There's
1.5.
no way.
You know what the inherent problem with the play-in tournament is that the second games are it's like it's like set up to be 2 really shitty teams.
Oh, yeah.
It's the loser of the 7-8 and the winner of the 9-10. Like you're guaranteed to have nobody cares about Hawks Heat on a Friday night. Like only us, because like we call exposed.
I don't even care.
Yeah, I barely care.
Oh, it's basketball.
Bro, Dallas Sacramento has to be the worst one of these games I've ever seen.
Oh my God, like it's on right now. And
Dude, I've been trying to watch it while the show's been going on, and I cannot. Also, the black and the white, it's all just very monotone. I'm not enjoying it.
What do you
I meant the cut. Whatever.
What do
You meant the
mean
what?
by that?
The color. The what?
Very, very 2025 of you.
I like color. What can I say?
Very not 2025.
I like Alf and Kyle too.
Chris is a DEI fan.
Oh my God. So we should have a preview of Hawks Heat tomorrow. And then we'll have post game for you Friday. And if they win, you will be getting a Heat Cavs preview on Saturday morning that will drop, that we will probably pre-record. Because I'm in the podcast sweatshop this week. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and listen, let us all be on this play-in ride together. The battle, this was a battle of mid. What's Heat Hawks?
Midder.
Isn't this the third time too?
No, this is the second. Is this the second or third time of Heat Hawks? It's the second.
Jeez, nobody fucking.
Last year was the first time
because the 76ers was the other.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. So it's a second.
Yeah. So this is
R2.
this is the
Sequels everywhere.
Okay, wait, hold on. Do you guys want them to win or not?
I
I'll
don't.
take the W.
I don't.
I'll take the W.
Alf wants a W.
You'll never see me root for a Heat loss.
As somebody who previously, when they made the finals, didn't want them to win that play in there, you win this game, dude. You go out there and you win. That is what it is.
I think you win, man. Sorry, G. I think you're on an island here.
I'm on an island. Just
Christian,
Moose
They at least got the Golden State pick. Fuck it.
It's poor Silver Spoon G doesn't want the fucking hard work of podcasting.
I know.
I'm going to New York in May.
Dude, we already told you we do the shows without you.
I'm going to
You
see
can do the
Charlie
show from New York.
My God, what
go
a
hang out
martyr.
with-
Do it
I'm
from
gonna hang
inside
out
a bodega or, like
fucking
in
martyr.
the sewers or something.
You want me to do that amongst Knick fans?
I have to log on to
Because
my
you're gonna be playing the
Yeah,
Cavs.
for sure. Bing bong.
Nick's tape.
This is gonna be me, Tiff, and Brass on a subway.
drinking
Oh, yeah.
Hennessy out of a Timberland boot. Let's fucking
100% disagree.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna find the Subway Takes guy.
Yeah, you crying about having to podcast like it's that fucking hard work.
How
Like,
does
come on.
Ethan do it?
Don't worry, G. I'll treat you to a blooming onion. How about that?
Let's
I was
go,
gonna say I was gonna hit you with the biggest fucking heart out ever, and I stopped myself, and
What
I'm
was it?
so proud.
Nah, you should have done it. You should've
Cocaine.
done